Alright, so these are the TV stunts. I call them the TV stunts because they're stunts, they don't have no sound, and I can play with them while I watch TV without having to worry about the sound interrupting while I'm watching TV stunt. Also, the other thing that they have in common is that they have both momentary and latching action. Obviously, with some switches like this one, you can just momentary on, or you can latch it on. So that's easy enough as it is. It's just with these, this has actually a micro tactile right here, but the latching activation is the recharge port right here, which you pull out for the latching action, and then that's where you would also recharge it. So yeah, so got a Quase-Ren, and this I think is called the Blademaster Shoto. I think the difference is that the other one has the graphics clamp up here, and then the graphics shoulder is down on the pommel end. But I think that's one actually is the light saber, quote unquote, hilt, whatever. So yeah, not a whole lot. This one was cannibalized out of a one of my fridge sabers, and it was pretty much just a one-day build. So I pulled all the other stuff out of it, and then added some stuff like the these are cutouts from a Arm on Fire Quinlan boss, and he just happened to give them to me in a trade, and so I've been able to use them to very good English words. Anyway, but I have like a half a dozen left, and I've been using them on everything. There's actually one on my Iron Man saber too. These are just MHS tonfa adapters, and then cut the ends off of some of the tonfa handles, and then just mounted them on the head of my fridge saber. So instead of actually using blades or extra LEDs, I just went with acrylic. That way I could make it look like however I wanted to. So I used a heat gun to go over it to get all pockmarked, and then went over it with some sand to sort of haze it out, so that when it's on, the red carries into it, and and they glow like that. So worked out really well with that. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. So, the Blademaster Shoto actually used Graphlix parts, mostly at least. The glass eye is a replica thumb screw, and then the inside of it is actually just from an old Parks EL. I think it was an ESB. I think either way, but so it's not actually like a Graphlix adapter or anything. Everything else is just sort of junk that I threw together, and fortunately it worked out pretty well. Totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, moving on. One of the things on the Tor expansion was that there was the difference between the regulars and then the lightsaber versions. By the way, this is obviously mismatched, but that's what I had, so that's what I used. So, eat it, yeah. This comes off to reveal the crystal chamber portion of it. And again, that's part of the Tor stuff, is that it actually has crystal or some sort of chassis on the butt of it, and then it all goes together like this, which is kind of awkward, and that's the whole hilt. But hey, whatever, it's Tor. So either way, this goes back on here, lines up nicely, and then just reverse that screw holds it in place. And another thing that's cool is that the light comes out le butt, so that you can actually see it in there too. So it comes out a little bit, and nice little effect. That's about it. Yeah, and that's the TV stunts.